Hello. Yes, it's gonna be a loud one because I'm not moving from where I'm sitting right now. So as you say, as you read on the title, I've had a hard week, but YouTube has been it's been difficult to keep up with bits and pieces of YouTube going on because I've been mostly in the mummy sector, and there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So I'm just here chilling, me and the little one now. Um, while watching some cartoons, as you can hear the cartoons in the background. Um, well, as I said, Jaguar's out. I still believe that she has mental health. I don't care what nobody tell me or say. I don't think any differently to what I thought when I saw her getting put into that van with the ambulances. I feel she is very much not well in her mind. I mean, like I said, the conspiracy, the things what she says is accurate anyway, because we know about the stuff with the stars and stuff like that. With the with the stars and stuff like that. So yes, so I don't expect no other any different. And the fact that she's back up and running as normal is interesting to me. I just feel when a person has that kind of level of mental health, because her level of mental health is pretty high, pretty high. I think she needs to stay off of social media. Yeah. With the whistle? Yeah. She needs to stay off of social media. You know, sometimes you need to just give social media a rest. Sometimes it's not good for your head, it's not good for your spirit, it's not good for anything. And Jaguar Wright is one of those people. And Fundi Fee panel was talking a lot of stuff I didn't know about her really, but what's so interesting is that how she has done a lot. She's so my thinking is when everybody's thinking that Solar is manipulating her, maybe she's manipulating him as well. So it's two manipulating people working together. And she's done other stuff which I didn't even know. So I'm just like, wow, like, you know, I mean, on the surface, it looked like Solar is taking advantage of being around her to get her foot up and stuff like that. There's no denying that. Stop it, mummy's talking. Yeah. So can make a song. Yeah, no, but you can't make a song now. Right. But there is a manipulation of like to me, when you think that you've got an agenda for somebody, there's always someone with a all right, wait a minute, with a bigger agenda. This whistle's so hard. No, let me take it into the kitchen because she's playing. Okay. All right. So when you think you got an agenda for somebody else have an agenda for you. So, you know, I mean, in Trinidad they call it tricky and charney. You know, because like you think that you can out trick somebody, and then somebody else has got their own idea, have got their own plan for you. So this album thing, oh, it is what it is, you know, like people will do craziness to get their name out there. They'll do whatever they got to do to get their name out there. That's what I figure. That's what I've said on the community tab. Particularly, the IG is the haven for that. It's a haven of people who want to be famous, who wants to be known, and especially, and the thing about IG is that you can link so many big names, you can talk to them and whatever. Maybe maybe she figured that if she rolled with the carbonation people, that should make a name, because people keep making them relevant right about now, which I think is really interesting. Carbonation looked like they were collapsing after he went into prison. Carbonation looked like it was collapsing. Hi, Trips. Carbonation looked like it was collapsing, and it's like people kept it alive. I mean, me personally, I feel people need to look outside of the circle or certain stuff, because show which is why I don't show old Nature Boy videos. The oldest one I showed was when he set up the eco village thing. That's it. I don't want to give him any more power than he already has on this YouTube, whatever, because he has a number of platforms already. And he and his followers, like I said, though they seem like they're far apart, they're not apart. What's the...
I didn't bring the whistle. I just blink it.
Okay.
I just
Right, go and sit down and watch your thing. Oh, it's very hard, sweetie. Right. So that, like I said, they keep the template. I mean, right now it looks like, because like until Velvet goes live, we can't confirm that she's not with Venus Sublime or not, right? Fair enough, right? Venus is doing her thing, doing her buzzwords, because she does a lot of buzzwords. The other day she was in a bikini, walking around in a bikini, just talking gibberish. Today I see her and Sun God, and they're talking about shadow work and all that stuff. But I think the only time you'll do shadow work is when you get off the social media, and then you turn off your social media. Like me, I used to be consistent on here. I used to be very consistent. Hi, Alexis. I used to be consistent until I started doing my training. Right, because that takes up your whole time, right? When you're doing some stuff outside of YouTube, when you're just in that world, in the IG world, because IG is one of those places, like I said, it's a haven for everything and anything. Hi, so Amma, anything goes. Sometime I feel like women make themselves meet. I mean, just the other day. Let me tell you, the other day I was on IG and I saw Gaget, whatever the hell his name is. He's one of Nature Boy's little next man down, whatever. And he had his girlfriend, who's pregnant, naked on the IG. Mind you, her back was to the camera. He was behind her, right? And bear in mind, he has clothes on. She has no clothes on. He was exploiting his woman who's pregnant for him right at this present moment. Because I don't think anybody's spoken about Gargut's girlfriend, the recent one he's with now, who's pregnant. So he's got his back to the camera, and he's got her, and he's rubbing on her to reggae music, obviously. And I was like, wow. So there is a lot of exploitation going on IG. There's a lot of exploitation, a lot. Even with the babies, showing babies, a lot of babies on there, fair enough, right? Like I said, it's as innocent as it is to another person, could be something else. So there was he with his back to the camera, and her back to the camera. She's naked. She ain't got no clothes, not one stitch of clothes on her, not even a knickers, not even a bra. And he's rubbing on her. And I was like, wow. And also what I pick up from Venus Sublime, right? she wants to be a star, like a singer, like she wants to be like a spoken word star. So before she even opens or says what she's got to say, she says her little chant, her little rhyme. And then she goes in about shadow work and all that. Now, bear in mind, there is youngsters, impressionable youngsters and young people watching them. And yes, I am an old fuddy duddy. I ain't too proud. I ain't too proud to say that. I am very old and an old fuddy duddy, right? So I'm looking at her, all right, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, like she's really she's into the camera. So you can see the pupils of her eyes, the way how she's in the camera. So basically, I mean, I know people's trying to get out information. I get it. Like Dr. Sabi, like Layla Africa, like Phil Valentine, etc., etc. But it's how they're doing it. Not only that, right? Their Christ consciousness is begging on IG. They beg on a regular basis. They hold forums, mind you, but some of them are not on YouTube. Like Deity Isis, she holds consistent. I would say consistent. They talk, they discuss for hours. Long time ago, right, they will call them, they call them armchair revolutionists. Those are the types that is on, oh, God, jeez. Every time I stop, hold on.
I think I got the Nerf blaster.
Wait a minute. Hello.
Hi.
The light is on. What are we doing? She's just standing there. I'm wondering, taking off her.
And that is the Nerf blaster anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, they can hear you, by the way.
Pretty short, but it has to charge.
Okay. So they're holding forums on IG, like panels. Sorry. Like how we do on YouTube, and there's a lot of footsies being done over there. They play a lot of footsie. Oh, give her one to show up. Go get it from the one. Right. So they hold a lot of panels over there. There's a lot of discussions going on over there. But I call it footsies. I call it they do a lot of hold on, let me give you one. What you going to? Yeah. All right, go sit down. Go and ask her to change this thing for you. All right. So they do all this over there, right? And that's why. Yeah, stretch your foot out. And
no, I need to take it off.
No, don't take it off. And that's why I put up Deity Isis. Sorry, you're gonna hear her talking. I'm not gonna tell her to stop because she does it all the time, right? So it's like when you're watching there. Oh, I haven't got the super chat on this one. I will have it on the other one. When they are doing all these chats and playing footsies and all that stuff, right? It's a lot of thirsty people over there, especially that comes up in Deity Isis's chat, because she's an older woman. When you look at her, she looks like an older woman, and she likes to reason a lot. There's nothing. Yeah, put it in the bin. She likes to reason a lot. There's nothing wrong with reasoning with people, but whenever you are, as they call it, she cuts people with her words. She does. She cuts people with her words, but it's not a place that you can go and sit down comfortably and listen to, because they just end up having these back and forth. I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be back. No. Okay, right. And so they all sit back. They'll just be there, and they'll just be having these conversations. Mind you, these are the same conversations most people have on YouTube when they do their panels. They talk about projection. They talk about reflections of this and reflections of that, however you want to put it. They talk about being loving yourself. There's some, no, you don't have to charge it. Right, there's some people that's over there who's doing there's a lot of readers over there as well. And there's one, like I said, there's Grand Chiefess right now who's trying to raise money for one of the people that's in Tanzania. Now, the reason why I bring her up, because she's mostly doing computer generative website generative reading. She's not literally sitting down and doing the natal charts. She is doing it via the website, the same websites that she was shown to do via Nature Boy. Those are the stuff she's doing. So that's why I feel that how it's important to watch the ones that is the surrounding ones, the surrounding people, the connected people, the directs that was going to them, because by watching the directs, you learn a lot from the inside of the cult, because they are right. Going to the other room now. They are showing signs of Does it work?
Oh, it blasts.
It doesn't work. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, big sister had to show you how to do this one.
Oh yeah.
Go ask big sister to show you. So therefore,
yeah, I want to get my chocolate.
Yeah. So therefore, you can see how it was run inside. There is a lot of sexual things used amongst these people. Like that, it's like they'll be talking and they're in a bra on the live. They'll be sitting down, scantily dressed, saying they're talking information. Some cases, the women, which like even Grand Chiefess, I will use her as another example. She put up loads of pictures of herself. All the pictures look like there was something out of OnlyFans. That's the only word I can say. Yes. Oh, not the door. Right. So she put up these pictures of her scantily dressed, or no, not even a stitch of clothes on. And she put this on IG. Right, I thought IG was strict on a lot of stuff, and I can see why Nature Boy got away with a lot of stuff over there. Hold on a minute. Sorry. She has a lot to say. She's been excited all day. So the woman is scantily dressed, and she's bent over in a seductive way, and she's showing all her old pictures of her past. Mind you, they're all showing old pictures of them of the past. Juju showed a picture of him when he was younger. So I don't know who's the man from the top who's telling them what to do, what to put on their IG. They still put up, Juju still puts up Nature Boy videos. Boomy, I don't know. I mean, I follow them, but I don't put up every single live they do. I feel like I don't need to put up every live they do unless they say something that I think, wow, okay, the audience have to hear this. So I can get the 5 pence on it. So apart from that, I don't need to put up every single live of them. I think the only one that is that Venus lady. Um, she, I think she wanted to be a musician or events manager or something. I don't know. She wanted to be something. Um, like I said, I do believe her and Sun God is together or in a long distance something going on. Because every time he projects a picture of himself, he puts up half of her face or somebody's face on the picture. Um, so it's just it's just an ever decreasing circle with the cult. Someone is trying to there will be someone who will take Nature Boy's place, right? Which is what's going on with the sapiens. Someone will take his place, mind you, sooner or later, and will be doing the same thing he was doing. But it's whether or because people are clouded, instead of waiting for the verdict for the trial to come up, right? Everyone's like, sometime when people put out stuff, I'll be thinking, what is he out already? Then you check he's not, or the hearing hasn't been projected, or whatever. So, um, that's why I use the example of the template. They have a template that they follow. They definitely have a template that they follow, and they will send you a message in your message box saying they want to give you a reading. Go and sit down.
Sister, just hold the trigger and.
Oh, okay.
No, mean.
Okay, have this. No one's being mean here, no, right? So, oh, it's just your hands a little. Okay, you did it then. Okay, here you are. So,
he can do that.
So they have a template, a definite template. They do all the reflection. What's
the other one?
I don't know what the other one. He just popped. I don't know. You have to go find it.
Still was testing it. Now we're missing.
It's okay. We'll find it.
In my toilet room.
Maybe, yeah. Go find. It might be in there. Yes. So now right about now. Yeah, I just opened it. Now they're doing downloads. Everybody and their mama who's connected to them is doing downloads. Like all of them, from Adam from Crown Menelin, Source Emperor is doing downloads. Who else is doing downloads? Juju's still doing downloads. Venus looks like she's doing some type of download. They're all following they're all following the same template. There's no difference to it. It hasn't changed. Just because, like I said, the puppet master is not here doesn't mean to say things change, right? Some of them are literally living out in the sticks, out in on the beach or whatever. Some of them are actually living the, whatever life they want to choose to live. So I just feel that how there is a lot going on. And like I said, I feel Jaguar attached herself to Solar for whatever reason. So they're both manipulating each other. Plus, the husband was asking when if someone gives him an interview for 3K. I don't know whether it's true, because King Payne interviewed him. Sean Davy Way, I think, interviewed him at one point, and his son. So I don't know, but sometimes, right, it's always not what you see, it's not what it is sometimes. So sometimes you have to just read between the lines and find out what's going on with them. So I am going to put up the conversation between her, I think if it's still up, Venus and God and Sun God, where they're talking about the shadow work. So those who's done the shadow work will know all that. Whatever they're talking about, so you can pick what they're saying, whether it's true, nonsense, whatever. Because I have done a video on shadow work, but it's just to go back and look at it. So when people's talking, because when something's trending, everybody talks about it. So it becomes trending. It trends from YouTube to IG to Snapchat to whatever. And this most of the cult uses a lot of the social platforms. So they can be on your child's platform, Snapchat, one of them, and you won't even know. So you have to be aware of these things, what they are doing. They move around the TikTok. A lot of youths is on TikTok. A lot of children is on TikTok. Youths, 20s, younger, upwards. It's a haven. Hold on. It's a haven. It's a place where they can gather recruits. Hi, London man. Where they can gather recruits, saying that they're conscious, saying that they're this, saying that they're that, da 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 da. Talking, and even some of the videos, they would even put up some of the scholars on their IG, with not understanding this what the scholars, some of the scholars stand for. So they will just put it up. The other day I was on IG and I see someone put up polite, and this is just after I think Trips put up the one that polite. I see them put up polite. Now polite, we know what he's about. So when they're posting polite, unless like you're not exposing him, don't post him for any. To me, I'm not telling people what to do. I personally won't post polite because I see what he is about, and that means that you're just saying, okay, that how right you are good with the scammer, and it's not really great when people, I would say people who's thinking it's a conscious person that they're talking to, but when you're checking it, it's not really a conscious person you're talking to. It's a person that's just like you, probably do the same thing you're doing, but they're trying to pass it off as consciousness, or whatever they're trying to pass it off as, awareness. So I just find it very, very, very interesting to where all this is going. I don't even know how long I'm going to be on here for, because I got to come back on to do the other live. So I just thought this is real interesting how it's all going. But like I said, the God get one really got to me, because it just shows me how lax Instagram is. All right, for him to show that, it didn't, right, it never got reported. I don't think anybody reported his video, because it's a woman getting exploited, so anybody can watch it. So because anybody can come to their open forum and sit and watch women being exploited. Now I know men are sexual beings and they like to see the women figures or whatever, but you have to look at it this way, right? Would you like someone to do that to your daughter? Because it's the same thing when a man says, oh yeah, right, I'm into younger girls, and then you're saying to them, well, like, would you want a big old dusty old man to roll up to your daughter? And I bet you half the men will say no, they wouldn't want that. But when you go on, yeah, okay, when you go on certain places and you see all these things, women have to make themselves sexual, so like they can be heard, so they can be accepted, so you can listen to the information, this, that, and the other, which you shouldn't have to do all that. Basically, right, it's not what you're wearing that's important, it's what comes out your mouth and your head. It's like, how far can your brain span reach? People talk about, oh yeah, right, the what's it, super sexual and all that stuff. But when you go on to these forums, it's totally different. Like, you know what I mean? So That's one of the reasons why I haven't shown Grand Chiefess, because she's always pouting and putting her breast in the camera. And then like you're trying to see, and then like you're trying hi Jaded. So then you're trying to think, what are you talking about? She's so busy pouting. She's like one of those, like remember White Chicks? Is it not White Chicks? I don't know.
Mommy, I'm trying. Oh.
Legally Blonde woman. That's it. Legally Blonde, or one. I don't even know. Anyway, this woman be in the camera pouting hard, putting her face into the camera, her lips into the camera, and you're thinking, but you got women watching you. It just makes no sense to me at all. I mean, of course it makes sense to me, but you know what I mean. Then you got Venus, who had to put her whole face into the camera. Her whole face. She puts her whole face into the camera. Mind you, she's trying to convey some type of message. But whatever the message is, sometimes I think that they play on the looks. There's nothing wrong with being attractive and becoming or being or whatever. And it's the same with the men. There's nothing wrong with being handsome, beautiful, looking, whatever, right? It's how you carry on in that camera.
Oh, yeah, I got a hit back.
Yeah, it's how you carry on in that camera. It's like, are you selling sex? Are you selling it? Because that's what you're doing, isn't it? You're not.
Anyway,
Yeah, she's chatty. She's chatty. It's how you put yourself on the camera, right? There are a bunch of hotep earheads. Yes, there's a lot of them. A lot of them. I mean, I was gonna put up some of them, but I'm like thinking, I'm looking at them, I'm like, I don't know about that one. Like Venus, there's another channel's put. No, I can't count. I'm talking. Right, there's another one. There's another channel that put up Venus one time. She's walking around in a bra, in a bikini, yeah, in a bikini basically. Right, she's walking around, literally walking around. She ain't saying nothing. She ain't doing nothing. And I'm thinking, how are you empowering people if you're walking around? Now, if you're empowering somebody, that's different. Putting that power into somebody. But then even with her, right, she's all about the badges and selling badges and whatever. She's trying to make money off of it, which is, I'm not saying don't make money off of the app. There's nothing wrong with making money. Right, my thing is when you do the voice of the voiceless, things like that, the crowdfunding between you and Velvet, and then like when Velvet don't even care for her children, she don't care for her children. She moves from place to place to place. She was in a stable place, but she moved from there. So it's like. Yeah, there's a lot of scammers going on, but they're doing it more on it's more like an internet community, it's really a physical community. Because like I said, they don't go forums, they don't go seminars, they don't say to you, oh yeah, right, this is going on this Zoom or whatever. Can be a part of it, and even when they are doing it now, right, you have to be careful even with that, because Solar tried to do that. So she's literally like, wow. Then you got the men, you got polygamy situation. Mummy's talking. Right. You got Yaki, who is saying he's running polygamy. Now, Fundi Fee has broken down polygamy. It's not right. The way how the polygamy is run now is not how it should be run, because once again, the women is used as bodies, pretty bodies on show. They'll be pimping the girls, and some of the women are up for it. They're not, they're just up for it. And then you're just thinking, wow, like, imagine turning on your thing and you see your relative in that, like that. What do you say to people? So there is a lot of whole heap of strange things going on over there. And I feel that's why Southern don't put it on this side, on YouTube. They don't put most of the stuff on YouTube. They keep it over there. Deity Isis, I would have thought she would have had a whole channel by now, because the amount of people that goes in and out of the forum, what they have over there, you would have think that she would have created a YouTube channel. But no, there's none of that being created. They are getting, there is a, I don't know. It's like I don't know what to say. It's like being in a whole different world over there. And now I see like Source Emperor doing works on the place where they are. They're actually picking bananas, they're actually fixing stuff, they're actually growing stuff. Khadija is still with Source. Well, considering I thought he was with another woman. So Khadija is still with him. So
What? You have to be my target.
No, do the target to the door.
I'll just do the target to the door.
Yeah, do the target to the door.
I just do it already.
So it's just a lot going on that forum. And I just thought I'd just come and just chat about it, really. I don't know who's following them, who's on my sub list right now, who's here. Because that will be a conversation to have with another person on that level. Because it is, they are really, really trying to say that this is how consciousness look. And I'm like, no. I mean, fair enough, right? Consciousness have to be modernized and all that stuff. No one is saying or determined that they're saying no, it's not so, but it's how it looks on these platforms. And it's very sad that for a woman to be heard, she has to make sure all her her front titties is outside so that everybody can pay attention to her. And it wasn't like that before. And it's also not down to, and it's not down to how high the head wrap is, how long the locks is. Here today, gone tomorrow. So that ain't got nothing to do with it. It's all to do with what's inside of you. But they don't follow all those stuff there. They think it's just a show.
I got two hits and one at the side.
Yeah, so as you can hear, my daughter is talking. So I don't know whether I said my point. I don't even know. I don't know. But anyways, because my daughter's talking, I thought that how this was going to be an easy one where she would just do her thing while I talk. Because I'm always telling her to go into the other room. And sometimes, right, if she wants to stay, it's just nice. So, yeah, I don't know what to say more of that, but what I'm gonna do, because I always look out for the comments underneath the video. You think all this going on, this modern day consciousness, more like right, like I said, like people will be attracted to whoever they want to be, but if you're trying to convey a message, right, you would try to put it out. If I put up Imaku is not dressed scantily. Imaku has clothes on. If I put up, I can't think of the women. Remember Annie's dressed. She's dressed. She's taking what she's saying seriously. She's not.
I think I'm gonna whistle that again.
No, don't whistle. She's not scantily dressed. She's trying to get her message out. She's trying to get the message out. So I don't know what's with these young women, but anyway, cause my daughter's a bit, you know, whatever. I'm gonna come off. I can never finish my whole thought process and get it all out because my daughter will be around. So I am gonna say a bye to everybody. Thank you, Tripsies, for coming. Alexis. So
Mommy, what's up to sister?
hold on a minute. Tea time. London Man. Jaded. Jaded. Sir Drop. Professor X. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go. I think I've made my point anyway. I don't even know. I haven't finished my point. I might have to come back up because I want to hear everybody else's opinion. Those who are supposed to be part of the aware group to come and speak their mind, because these are the people who's supposed to be the face of the aware, conscious, Christ conscious, whatever the heck they want to call themselves, people. So, you know, I'm gonna come off because my daughter's gonna just keep interrupting me. So with that said, I'm gonna come off because I was hoping to get people on the panel to hear their point of view. But if anything, I can run another one so a panel can be made. Okay. So I might do it today. So keep an eye out when the child is sleeping. So with that said, I will see you later. Bye.